Good morning, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. So let's go straight to our economic calendar event. So actually, we're gonna do this like every week from now on. We're not going to just do daily analysis now and then. I hope you already saw that yesterday we not really do the usual daily analysis. So we're gonna continue like that, so that I can give you different views of the market, and that maybe can help because most of the time I mix everything at once, and sometimes you might not really understand everything, right? So for those who are new to this channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. Economic calendars or events. So when we trade, whether trading currency pairs, indexes, or whatever, we are going to have the news or events which are going to have an effect on the market that we trade every day. You should know about it. So some they will call this fundamentals and stuff like that. So I hope you understand that, right? So what's really happening this week? Because I'm not actually like going on the basics. I'm just trying to show you or make everyone to understand what's really happening this week as we started this week, and we're gonna do that every week going further, right? So every week I will have one day like today where I'm just going to talk about the events. So on the economic calendar, it depends on the stuff that you trade, right? So I will be just showing you some few stuff that people don't really maybe sometimes see or maybe understand. So we have different calendars, right? Actually, it's 4 calendars. So if you check here, let me use a very bright color for those who don't really see. Nice. You can see if you check here, we have different calendars. You can see we have metals calendars. So which means there we are going to get gold, we are going to get silver, aluminium, or so many things, actually metals, right? So on, or platinums and stuff like that. So on energy, we're talking about oil, natural gas and stuff like that. So crypto also has its own stuff going on. So for those who did not really know, so you can click there and see if maybe we have any event for that specific thing that you trade in. If you trade gold, obviously you will be trying to check if maybe we have any event on gold, right? So that, I think maybe that it's enough. You can just click there. Let me click on metals. You can click on metals. This will be opening. Let me try to zoom. I hope you see that. So you can see that, oh, today we have half past 3 US preliminary GDP quarter over quarter. I don't know. I have a problem trying to pronounce that. But this is GDP that comes over, like, let's say after 4 months, but it's not really that important. The most important one is actually advanced GDP. Right? So we're not talking about that at the moment, but we are on metals or mine calendar. So mostly US events, they also have enough effect as you trade gold. Remember, gold, it's actually /USD, so it means it's valued in gold. If you trade XAU USD, you can still trade XAU, maybe AUD or any other pair. You can still do that, right? But here we are just talking about the major ones. So which means mostly US events, they also have enough effect on gold. I hope maybe you already realized that, right? So that's why this news here are just going to be the same with the ones that we are going to get on our Forex calendar. So now let's go on Forex calendars and see what is the effect that we have this week from the market. Are the things positive or not? Remember, when you go on your economic calendar, don't just forget what happened last week. Don't forget what happened last month. Why? Because at the moment we have inflation. Okay, let's go back a little bit. We have higher prices. Because of inflation. So not because of inflation, because we had working this corona thing. we had pandemic, and that made things to go higher. And once prices start to go higher, the nice or good indicator for that, it's actually CPI and PCE. Those are the most reliable indicators for that. So if the prices are going up, mostly we will see CPI, Consumer Price Index, going up slightly. And that is not really good. For once we see this going up, we expect the rates to do what? To go higher, so that we can slow these prices while they are going up. So if prices are going up, just know that they will try to increase the rates so that these prices no longer have enough momentum to go up. The reason behind that is these companies which are producing stuff, they take loans and stuff, they take debits and stuff like that. So if the inflation is higher, it means the rates are going to be higher. So now they're not going to take much stuff. So it means they're not going to produce more. And at the end of the day, that will also make them to cut the prices so that people, they can actually start to buy. That is a longer story, or the longer process. Just go on YouTube, or you can read about that. You can learn about that. But I'm just telling you that now inflation is higher. That's why we see CPIs, PCE are also going higher. And that will make the rates to be high. And if the rates are higher, it means when you buy a house, or when you take a loan, when you want to buy a car, the rates are higher. That is not really good for consumers. But they're trying to make these prices to go down. So this is something that I want you not to forget. So if maybe things are like this, if the inflation is very high, it means that at the end of the day, what we want to see is, we want to see the market cooling off. Sorry, the events which will make the dollar to cool off. Because if the prices are higher, that automatically it's equals to USD economy. Let's say CPI going up, also the dollar is going to go up. So now what we want is, here we want to see the events which are going to actually go down. And if they go down, it means the dollar is going to lose that momentum a little bit. So that is going to be good for the economy. Maybe they can cut the rates. But if it's going higher, they have to increase the rates so that the demand is going to go lower, because it's getting expensive to take loans and stuff like that. Now, whatever that is happening on the economic calendar is going to be way too important, because we want to see them cutting the rates. Guess what? We had consumer confidence yesterday, went higher. The estimation was 96. We were expecting 96, but 102. It means that consumers are not, they are actually affording everything. Everything's good. So that is not really good at the moment when we check inflation. So today we have GDP and also unemployment claims. These ones, they are not really that aggressively important, but times like this will be controlling that. Times like that, these events are very, 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 very important, because we want to see the economy or the dollar getting weaker, so that things that will go back to normal. We want to see normal prices, you see. So at the moment, since we trade the stocks market and stuff, it means the stronger the dollar, we will see the sell-off on other markets, like gold, Nasdaq, other pairs. So other pairs, if you trade Euro USD, they also have their own events. So it means if you trade Euro and also the dollar, you have to understand that, because then the market might be going crazy, because maybe they might be stronger at the same time, or maybe the other one is weaker, the other one is stronger. Just understand when it's right time for you to take that advantage. That's why mostly trading currency pairs can be difficult when you don't really understand that. I hope that it's sinking nicely. And please, guys, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. I'm making sure that you understand stuff like this. So, and stuff like this, actually, you're supposed to learn them in my mentorship, right? So now, like today it's Wednesday. We don't really have much from the dollar, but we expect CPI. Oh, it's all day. Okay, it's fine. So it means we will be waiting for tomorrow, which is going to be GDP, unemployment claims. So we also want to see home sales here. So we have 3 events tomorrow. which they have a positive, let's say they have a correlation with the dollar. If it's gonna go, if this news they are going to be positive, even the dollar is gonna be positive. So that won't be good, because at the moment we want the dollar to go down. You see, remember next month there's going to be FOMC or federal rate, or let's explain this. Federal Reserve rate decisions, Fed or FOMC. I don't know why, maybe the US using these terms, but it's just actually Reserve Bank, or we can just say it's interest rate. Simple as that. It's just interest rates like other countries, right? So I think every country, they just have their own terms, right? So on that, next month we're gonna have the rates. So all these news which are getting positive and stuff like that, they might delay those rate cuts. And if they do, if maybe we have positive news here, now is the last time, it's the last events that we're going to have for this month, by the way. So which means if they are going to go positive, next week going positive, the other week it's where we're going to have interest rates. I don't really see them cutting the rates. And that is going to be bad. Already we're starting to see US30 going down, Nasdaq trying, it was going up very nice, but it seems like it's starting to sell. And we saw gold also trying to go down. Why? Because I think the tensions were trying to cool off on the other side of the world. Oil was also going down because tensions are cooling off. But when things cools off, the other ones appear, so you can't keep up with that. Sometimes you just have to be smart enough to understand your technical analysis, but sometimes the market will just surprise you. So tomorrow we have core PCE or PCA or let's say PCE. This is quite similar to CPI. It's way too important. So the estimate here, they say is going to be 0.3, and okay, we will see what will happen. So just because this is very important, most likely before this event, let's say before Friday, mostly the market will be acting crazy. Mostly the market won't be acting normal. Why? Because this is the last hope for us to see the rates going up or down. Actually, this is going to hold enough value than mostly what we have now. Because next month we're going to have interest rates. So this is going to determine that. If maybe it's going lower, let's say maybe we're going to get negative 0 point whatever, that is going to be a very nice one, because we will see the market reversing. You see. So understanding this is going to give us some very nice actually understanding. So at the moment, I'm actually trying to stay out of the market. Why? Because I will just wait for Friday whether I'm supposed to continue buying or continue selling. Why? Because most likely the market price itself before the actual result, before interest rates. If the number on Friday, if the actual is going to be plus something, let's say bigger number, the market will start to sell until the rates, because everyone will be expecting the rates to be higher or not, or we will be expecting them not to cut the rates. So which means investors or us will be starting to buy or sell whatever that we will be selling, because we will be expecting the rates to still go high, or maybe to pause, or maybe to cut. And that will have enough effect until that day. Most likely, once we have this, it means we're going to have enough clue what might happen. So people, they might start selling. That's why we're going to have aggressive moves. So before that, before those bigger moves, most likely the market will just go up, go down, go up, or we can just call that ranging market. So it means like people, they just need a proper direction, and they need a proper event that can actually tell them what might happen. And at the moment, we're just waiting for this, for copy PCE. Yes, sometimes you can say, Kezo, where can I check the news also? But you know what? Next time is not going to be longer like this, because today is just the introduction of this. So another thing that you can go check, but this is mostly going to be breaking news, which means they mostly have an effect for today or tomorrow, but not like in a long run. So it's quite different from our economic calendar. So on Bloomberg, I like to check Bloomberg, even though maybe I don't really show it much on my analysis. But on Bloomberg, you get those refined headlines, and they make you to understand what's really happening at that time. I hope you understand that. So let's see. Let's see the first points. The first points, they say, okay, stock drops with bonds after US yield spike. Stocks drop, which means we saw Dow Jones or US30 selling. We saw S&P going down. We saw Nasdaq trying to sell also. So which means they're talking about that because yields spikes, they spike mostly when the rates are higher. So maybe they expect the rates to go high. I hope you do your own research on that. So US oil extend gains as geopolitical risks simmer before OPEC plus meeting. Okay, it means that, I don't know this simmer. Simmer means what? Maybe tensions are going down. I don't know that time, but it seems like things are cooling off, right? So which means OPEC meeting, it's actually those companies which actually produces enough oil. So let me just check this term, guys. I don't know this term, simmer. But if we see oil going up, most likely we know that things are not looking good, because that also have enough effect on the markets. If oil is going, if oil is going up, that doesn't really look good, because it means inflation can also go up. So let me check this SEMA meaning, guys. The meaning of this word, because this is not my mother tongue, guys. So some people, they will be laughing. Oh, you don't know? Yeah, I don't know, but I know how to make money. So describe to SEMA means to cook liquid or food just below boiling point. This is emotion, particularly anger, or SEMA means to be present. Okay, I see. You know what? I will just get out of that weight, but that also makes the prices to go up because maybe things don't really look good. I tried to check the meaning there. They just gave me 5 points. I don't really like that. So another one is let's see, strongest since August. Around pound rises to strongest pound. Okay, GBP is going up. Maybe there will something's happening. But if I still remember, I think I saw CPI from GBP going up. Maybe that is also the reason. Let's go last week. GBP actually was going up since last week because I saw some like CPI. Oh yeah, you can see here we had CPI from GBP, which was 2.3. That actually will lead to a rates hike, or maybe not cutting the rates. That's not really good. So let's go back on Bloomberg. Chinese megacities loosen home buying rules as aid spreads. Okay, it's fine. So we're not gonna go through everything here, but most likely I will be going through this economic news, then comparing with the charts. So on the charts, we don't really have much. The market did not really give us some crazy stuff. We can see that, okay, GBP, it was trying to go up, but at the moment it seems to be struggling, but we are on an uptrend. So actually at the moment, I think it's a good time for us to do what? To relax, because things are not actually going very nice. So I will start here on S&P 500. I will stop where I need to stop, right? So let's see here. You can see S&P 500. It was also doing what? It was also selling. Yes, we did smash this one here. That is an old order. So let me clear that. We can see the market is going down, but it's not really that bad. Remember, mostly the breaking news or the news, sometimes they can exaggerate because they want that to be breaking news. So mostly when you go on the market, mostly the market will be just moving very nice. When they say the market is going down or whatever, they're talking about this. And to us, if you follow the technical analysis, to us, this is normal. We want that to happen. And at the moment, we want this S&P 500 to reach this area before we look for a continuous buy. At the moment, I still believe that we are on that uptrend as the market is still moving above our support area. I hope that makes sense. Let's go down and on Nasdaq. So on Nasdaq, we also have a much better structure. They said the market was dropping, whatever. But on my side, it's a proper reversal. I'm expecting the market to reach this area before maybe we have a nice buy, or maybe the market will end up going even lower. Then we can say the market will be trying to go up again. But at the moment, the structure to me is quite straightforward. I can say we are still on that uptrend. Yes, I'm confidently saying that we are on a very nice uptrend. So let's push to the next one, which is US30. US30 is the one which is actually crazy at the moment. We can see that it's selling. It's seriously selling. So which means the companies in that US30, just know that there are companies 30 or 30 plus, so they are not performing very well. You see, so we see that happening. So now this is something that I was talking about. This support area here, it shows us that it was not that solid. So which means we need to take that out. But at the moment, we can easily see that the market is heading lower. Do you see that? Yes, the market is heading lower, but we should have proper structures that we can use actually to keep selling. We need to keep selling, obviously, because the market looks like it's going to go down. So we need to do that. We need to look for sales. Yes, remember, it's that week where we're going to have some news. Sometimes the market won't make sense. But to me, it makes sense. We are on a downtrend structure. But can we have a structure that we can say it's a resistance, it's a support? Because we don't really just rush to trade without a proper reason. Why? Because when you lose, you should actually explain that, you know what, I'm losing because of this. Maybe the market broke out the support or the resistance. Maybe the market was bouncing back from my support. But when the market is just going down and you just jump in, what if it reverses? What will you explain? Because you have to understand why you lost and why you made money, so that you can actually able to replicate whatever that you're doing or repeat. If you're winning nicely, the best thing is to repeat your method. And if you don't really understand what you have done, how will you repeat that? You see. So on gold, we had a nice sell structure yesterday. So I drawn something like this. I was expecting the market to go down, as you can see here, but the market did actually try to go even higher. I don't know if maybe our pending order was touched because I did not really take that. So, but you can see that the market is trying to do what? To go even lower. But the best thing that I can say is let's try to stay out of the market. Let's have a breather, guys. Let's relax. Maybe next week we will be fresh. Maybe on Friday, we don't know. But let's not fight the market, because we did take a loss there. So now the market is now giving us proper structures. This is what I want. Trade when I can see something, right? So on the next one, this is not really the analysis, guys. I'm just showing you with the correspondence, or maybe following the news. We can see that the market at the moment is not giving us some proper moves. We're not getting these downtrends or uptrends. The market is just consolidating around the quite similar structure. You saw gold, it's also consolidating. Do you see that? I hope you see that. And if you see that, you will see that this is the time for you to stay out of the market. Or maybe whoever who's controlling the market, it's just making something out of you this time. Similar to EDXY, do you see this? The market was going up, we're no longer on that. Now the dollar is now going up and down. Going down, up, down, now it's going to go up. So it means once the market reaches this area, it will be going down again. So what that tells you, it shows us that the market doesn't really have a proper idea, a proper decision to take. If it does, if we had that decision, the market was going to go down or going up. At the moment, the market is still thinking, where can I go? Where can I go? Maybe we're waiting for that PCE. You see what I was talking about? Now everyone is not really active in the market. They're waiting for the right time. And we have to understand those news before we start to jump. It's like when they say, we're going to release the song or something next week. Maybe a movie, for example. We're going to release maybe next Iron Man movie, for example. So how can you rate that movie? No, you can't. You have to wait for that movie to be released before you even say whatever that you want to say. You see, that's why we're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. Once they release, it's where we're gonna jump and say, oh, it's good. Or maybe no, it's not really good. You see. So now we just need to relax. That's why we just waiting. Like when you see the market doing something like this, it's like the market is just waiting. Unfortunately, the market won't just wait here. As the market is not really closed, the market will just go a little bit up, down, up. But at the end of the day, the market will take that right decision. So at the moment, I feel like this video is getting longer, but I hope you're learning one or two things. I hope you are learning. Gbpusd, yes, we are on an uptrend, but we don't really have much strength to go even higher. Just look at these candlesticks there. They're just consolidating, yes, but they are still going up. But it's in a manner of a consolidation structure. So, okay, Bitcoin, let's not entertain that. GBP is the one that is giving this other pairs some very nice moves. Let's see, Euro JPY, we had a trade, but the market is just playing games. And for those who want to learn from me, guys, if you want the signals, you can test our signals. And this special end this weekend. So that is not going to be here for quite long. And if maybe you want some mentorship, it's actually $350. Let me know if you want to be part of the team so that you can learn how to be consistent. Not only how to draw the lines, but know how to trade and be consistent. So thank you very much. This is Kenzo Xtrahot Forex. I will see you on the next one. Bye.